Well, I guess you decided you wanted to be on camera, didn't you? Look up there. Look up there. Yeah, look up there. Now, she's not having much of this, but y'all asked me to introduce y'all to my guide dog. And this is Candy. This is our guide dog. Of course, that's a big joke. Candy is a Morkie, a Maltese Yorkshire Terrier mix, and she's not liking doing selfies right now. So I'm going to take her back up to mommy and get back to what we're doing. And now for real. Here we go, guys. In 1995, I graduated from Leader Dogs for the Blind. Yep, that's me when I was 25. I was quite a few pounds lighter, and here's old Joe in harness at the school when they took us in for our team photograph for our ID cards. There's old Jojo right there. Hi, I'm John Crawford, and I'm blind. Welcome back. Well, you got to see Candy, and you got to see my ID card from the Leader Dog School for the Blind in Rochester, Michigan, where Jojo and I graduated from. And Jojo, if you want to know, they used to ask when I had him, what breed is he? Well, they really didn't know. They put him down as GSD, but obviously when you see him, he looks nothing like that. I think they said German Shepherd X, which means to them across a German Shepherd breed, but I really don't think so. I tended to think that he had maybe Bernese Mountain Dog or possibly St. Bernard or something like that, because we read up on some of the behaviors of some of these guys, and he fit the bill for that better than I thought he did German Shepherd. But anyway, it really didn't matter. He was a mixed breed. He was a darn good dog. He was also very sturdy and quite a workhorse, but he definitely had his own personality. And when we talk about managing these working dogs, they are intelligent animals, very intelligent, because they can pass that kind of training and take that kind of responsibility for their handlers. And he definitely was in that category. He was very smart, and smart dogs, as a lot of people know, can get themselves into trouble real quick, and you have to keep them exercised and you have to keep them busy. And Jojo was like that. He loved to go to work with me. When I was getting ready to go to work, he was ready to go. Anyway, so I thought I would talk a little bit today about blind people and pets. We had a beautiful German Shepherd before we got our guide dogs. Sometime before we got them, we had once owned a German Shepherd by the name of Schatzi. And I remember people making the assumption that Schatzi was our guide dog because we were visually impaired and we had a great big German Shepherd, and that really wasn't true. She was just our family pet, and we loved her to death. Boy, I tell you what, she was a really smart girl too. She probably could have been a guide dog, but she was not trained as such, and we did not take her out as such or try to portray her as that. In fact, people would ask us that, and I'd say, nope, she's a family pet. Anyway, so I thought I would talk a little bit about the challenges that we have had as visually impaired people with some of our pets over the years. With small dogs like Candy, it's a little bit more of a challenge. She's tiny, and when she runs around the house and stuff, my wife wanted a little bitty dog. She just always wanted to have a little dog to have in the house with her. We were on board together once we decided to get a pet. We never got a pet that she and I were not 100% on board with together, 100%. So she wanted a little bitty dog. We did some research, and she wanted a Maltese mix because we'd had a Maltese before that. And we both love the breed. Malteses are just beautiful little dogs, and they've got great little personalities. And Candy, we couldn't find a Maltese breeder around here, so we found somebody that had Maltese Yorkshire Terriers, Morkies as they call them. So we talked to her, we did some research, and we decided to go ahead and bring Candy home. One of the challenges that we have is that because she's so tiny, her size can be an issue with people who can't see well. So we have to be super, super careful when she's running around the house. And we have to constantly be listening for her. We will sometimes have a collar on that has bells so we can hear her moving around and whatever. We really don't let Candy out of our sight very much. She's with us all the time. And honestly, she doesn't mind. She's either with my wife or me pretty much all the time. And she's spoiled rotten, y'all. I promise you, she is spoiled rotten. Cats. We have had cats over the years, and cats are more independent. and they are sneaky. I love cats. We've had several cats over the years, and cats are intelligent animals. They're hunters, they're stalkers, and sometimes you'll be looking for them, and you know it's time to feed them or it's time to do something, and you'll be looking all around the house for them, and you can't see them, and with us and our vision, our cats might be sitting right there on the couch watching us walk by, twitching the tail and just watching us go by, knowing we're looking for them. I thought I saw her in here a minute ago. Knowing that we're looking for them, and they'll just sit right there in plain sight, knowing we can't see them. That's just a little bit about our challenges with various pets that we've had. Another one of the challenges that we run into is administering medication. Whenever our pets get sick and we have to give them medicine from the vet, one thing that I always ask for, my vet will do this and she's real cool about that, is pre-setting the syringes for the dose of medication that is required. So in other words, she'll take the syringe, even if she doesn't put the medicine in it because it needs to be refrigerated or whatever, she will draw the syringe back to the appropriate dosage amount so that I can give our pets the appropriate amount of medication. And Candy is one of those that's a little more feisty about it, and our veterinarian taught me how to deal with a feisty little dog like her when she has to take her medicine. So for me, it's just a matter of getting it done pretty quickly. Pills, cutting pills can be a challenge because, again, pills for a dog Candy's size, as you can imagine, tend to be very, very small. For those of you who did, if I didn't mention this, Candy is 5 pounds soaking wet. She's a little bitty dog. So any medication in pill form is going to have little tiny pills. Sometimes you even have to cut them in half. Fortunately, we haven't had to do too much of that, but generally speaking, I ask my veterinarian to help me with dosages like that. Whatever we're feeding our pets, Candy can eat about a half a cup of food daily. And so if I'm measuring her food out for her, first of all, I buy a very small bowl so that I can't ever overfill it. And that will help. And another thing too is I have bought pre-sized measuring cups. So if I'm giving her a half a cup of food every day, because I use something that I know is going to be half a cup so that I don't overfill it. And we don't free feed. She's on a schedule, just like our guide dogs were. And I want to know that she has had a chance to eat, but I will let her have water at various intervals throughout the day. When I take her for her potty breaks, that's usually when I offer her water. And because she's tiny, she takes quite a few potty breaks throughout the day. So I know that I have offered her water on multiple occasions throughout the day, and that's how I keep up with that. Anyway, she's a happy, healthy dog. Anyway, guys, that's a little bit about how we roll as visually impaired people with family pets. Guys, tell us a little bit about your pets, your dogs, your cats, your hamsters, all your fur babies out there, and we'll talk to you later.